So this is Bhanu, and I am working in MNC as Uday told. So uh, I'm working on AWS almost 5 years from now. So I was an architect associate and a professional as well. Okay, I cleared these two certifications. So before we start this demo, just I want to show you some of the certifications that AWS is provided from their site. Okay, so you will get the knowledge on what we are covering and what is our path. So it will have a clear idea. This is AWS Amazon site, and if you go here, these are the certifications path that AWS is provided. So if you want to become a certified from the AWS, you have to choose any one of it. So from here, associate to professional. So the course that we are talking about, associate level. So AWS certified solution architect associate. This is what we are planning for it. This is, you can read in a video. I mean, you can view the videos online from the AWS and you will become a just partner. So if you register, that's it. So if you want to become a certified engineer, this is just an optional thing. So if you want to become an associate, you have to officially write an exam in an online center. Okay, this is what we are going to cover in our session. So along with that, we also covering, there are some other tools that we want for to meet the market requirements, like we are also covering the Chef, Docker, and Git. So one is for the infrastructure automation, that is for Chef. Even AWS is providing Chef as a managed service within the AWS. Okay, and Docker, because nowadays people, I mean, the latest development is happening. If you leave the existing infrastructure, the latest development is happening on containers. I mean, people who are adopted the latest technology, they are using the Docker. So mainly it is talking about the container. So we will also cover that Docker. So Git, one of the repositories. So when we are working with this, I mean, latest technologies, we always need to go for the deployments from the at least one repository. Either you can use AWS or Git is famous for it. So we will give you an overview and make sure you understand the Git as well. So this is the overall course that we are going to cover. Okay, if you want to get the complete list of the content, so they can provide that. So we have a PDF available with us. So these are the contents that we are going to cover in it. And also at the end of the AWS Architect course, we'll also make sure you do a small, not small, but we do a medium-sized project. And I will show this, I will do this entire project online. So this will cover the generic services that are used to build a minimum 2-tier application in Amazon. So it will help you how we can create a web servers, connectivity database, and with load balancer and a Route 53, I mean DNS service and a monitoring service, and where we can keep the code and how we can create customers. So it will give you one small application you should able to build on your own with an auto scaling, so automatically launching the servers. That's all will happen with this project. You will understand that at the end of the course. So this is about what we are going to cover in this course. Okay, so let's go back to the demo part now. Okay, let's go back to the demo part. Okay, cool. So in today's demo, what we are covering, so just the basic understanding. I know few of the people are currently working, may know the few of the things, but however, this is intent for all the people. Some might be freshers, so just bear with me a few seconds, but these are very useful things. When you are talking about the cloud, it's a mandate that you should know all this information. Okay, even it will be useful for reading in articles, when you're discussing with CIOs or top leaders, and any cloud content. So these are the basic things that we need to know. Then we'll go to the overview of AWS services and see small examples on it. Okay, that's what the today's demo about. Okay, so and also every day we will have a 10 to 15 minutes of discussion is available. I mean, if needed, if you have any queries. Okay, once the class is there. Okay, let's go with it. Okay, so first I will start with introduction, benefits of cloud, and all. Okay, leave it. So this is the definition. People don't like this long definitions, I know, but yeah, this is not I prepared. So I just copied this from the Wikipedia. Okay, so this is just about the what exactly the cloud is, how we can define that it is a cloud. So generally, so if it's a cloud computing, also known as cloud computing, also known as online computing, it is a kind of internet based. Just leave it. So you always, everyone can get this words from the internet. It's easy peasy. But however, there are few words in it, okay, that needs to be knowing by everyone. So see here, on-demand access. Okay, it's a shared pool. So there are few words. Even if you see any definition of it, you will have an on-demand access, and it's a shared pool of the resources, and it should be rapidly provisioning. This is very important. Rapidly provisioning and with minimal management. These are the words that you find in any definitions. Okay, it's like a shared online computing resources, and with on demand. So whenever we ask, let's imagine that we are talking about the servers. Okay, so if you ask 10 servers today, yes, we are able to give it. So as a cloud provider, yes, I am able to. What if you ask 100 servers? Yes, I am able to give it. So, but there is a one more statement. This is on demand. Yes, we are meeting the client requirement. Rapidly provision. So 100 servers within how frequent? I mean, how soon you can provide is rapidly provision. In cloud era, you can get the servers in minutes ideally. If you know everything, sometimes it's even seconds, sometimes it's max minutes. So if you are a good cloud administrator, you can get the server provision within minutes max. Okay. Okay. So this is what the cloud definition is. And also we have one more component is minimal management effort. What exactly this minimal management effort is? So it's like when we compared about only hardware. So what used to happen when we need to buy a server for our data center? If you want to put a one server room, so if you're planning for one organization, and if you want to plan a small server room or data center, whatever it is. So what we used to do, we used to ask HP, Dell, Compaq, whoever it is, boss, send me quotes on that. This is the configuration that we are looking at. And then we will say, oh, no, just increase the RAM or CPU or whatever. So we need 2 NIC cards or 2 HBA cards for the SAN. So just modify the custom servers and give it back to them. So then again, they will send it and review happens. So finance will, yeah, this is the budget. So finance will approve it. Then the CIO, yeah, this is the budget that we are allocating for this. So this all will happen earlier. But nowadays, we no need to worry in cloud. It's a pay as you go. You just need to go to cloud and use that service, and at the end of the month, you just so not only fast and shared pool, you are getting the things. I mean, we are reducing the management time also in it. So they are highly paid, right? So even 1 hour costs them a lot. So they can spend the time on some other works. Okay, this is the basic definition, guys. So if you already know, that's fine. But few people are there in it who are freshers. Good. So let's talk about this. What are the generic clouds? Very simple. If they are providing infrastructure, that's an infrastructure as a service. This is the starting level of the cloud. Somebody's on, you guys, can you go on mute? I mean, who are not talking, not asking any questions, please go on mute if you don't mind. Okay, not yet done. Okay, fine. So yeah, it's a basic terms that we need to use here. So infrastructure as a service, this is the starting stage of cloud. What will happen is if you are just getting in a servers, storage, yeah, then we can call it as an infrastructure. So it's more matured after that. So not only servers. So they are getting, I mean, let's imagine that in an IT organization, so we have a .NET application requirement. So we've been asked to develop a .NET application or Java application, whatever it is. So what ideally we do, this software department will ask IT department, boss, can you get me one Windows machine with .NET 4.5 installed, IAS installed, and one SQL server, so one database server. Can you get me these two servers for me? This is what the development team will ask the IT team. So what IT team will do, but yeah, here you go, two servers, and we install prerequisites and we install software on it. Here you go, you can use it from now. But this layer also has been directly available from the cloud, that is called platform as a service. That means in cloud, you can get this platform as a service. You just need to choose IAS and .NET and SQL options. Within few minutes, you can, the servers will be built with an IAS installed, .NET installed, and database also installed. So all these things has been installed and ready for you. Especially AWS, we have an elastic bean stack in it. It is capable of launching an Apache servers pre-installed with the database connectivity, with load balancer. It's already ready. No IT engineer involvement is required for it. All test labs they are doing nowadays, they have an access of doing it. Okay, it's very easy. So that's the platforming. Along with the OS, if you are getting the middleware layer as well, then we can call it as a platform as a service. What about software as a service? Very simple. Office 365 is software as a service. Why? Because that can be used by multiple people, because that mail system is a software. Before Office 365, every organization will have their own server built and they will host their mailboxes. But now, go to Microsoft and take an account from the Office 365 for your own organization. You can directly access your mailbox from that. You might have seen the recent ad in TVs like Joho, GST enabled Joho accounting package online. Yeah, that's also as a software as a service. They developed some application which can used by multiple organizations, but they will use the common shared resources. That is called software as a service. Nowadays, software as a service, if you know any good idea that you can develop an application which can be used by multiple organizations, you can do it. You don't need to spend much time on it, as we have a cloud pay as you go. No need to much money on building a servers. Just go to AWS and launch few servers and do the coding and make sure you can develop a software as a solution, one of the application. That's good. Most of the startup companies are doing that. Okay, so this is the based on the services that cloud providers provided, these has been divided. So if it is hardware, infrastructure. If it is a platform like middleware layer, platform as a service. If they are providing a software, then it is a software as a service. Okay. This is the generic cloud. So let's move on. So you might heard this as well. It's public cloud, private cloud, hybrid. What exactly these are? Do we need to learn public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud to sustain in the present market? Yes, we need to know it, but if one cloud would be fine for us. So what exactly these three are? Azure, AWS, Google, public clouds. Why? Why these are called public clouds? Even I can go and you can go and everyone in the class can go and create their own accounts and launch their service. It's a multi-tenant, so it's like an apartment. Yeah? So everyone can buy in a house and they can customize within it. That's a public cloud. Private cloud. This will be the cloud with cloud same capabilities. You will build your own cloud for your own organization. And you guys only manage the entire hardware, data center, power, cooling, everything is managed by your own organization. So why I need to build that? What are the examples of private cloud? We have a VMware private cloud. Even Azure is also coming with Azure Stack, OpenStack. So these are all private clouds. So when we have a public cloud, why I need to choose again? Why I need to build a separate own house type? Yeah. So there are some of the organizations when they don't believe or they don't have a compliance requirement, they don't put their data, some financial or health related data in a public clouds yet. So those organizations build their own private clouds and yeah, that's it. So they will manage their own. That is called private cloud. So what about hybrid? Hybrid is not a separate deployment, guys. It's just a public and private. And if an organization, so let's imagine our training organization, GoliveClasses, it's a big organization. Let's imagine they are using public cloud and also for compliance, they are using private cloud. And also something Kubernetes is very famous and Google is best on that. Let's use Google for it. So they are using two public clouds, one private, and they have a connectivity between all these three. They can centrally manage everything. Okay, then it is called a hybrid deployment. Okay, this is based on the deployment. This is based on services that they provided. These three are. These three are how they deployed, right? Based on the deployment, this has been divided. Okay, private, public, and hybrid clouds. Okay, let's move on. This is basic information of it. So even when you are reading articles, they always refer public cloud, private cloud. We are using databases, surveys, so you can get this understanding very easily. Let's go on to Amazon. So why did Amazon came into this business? Why did Amazon came into this business? Very small story. What will happen recently in November 24th, they have a Black Friday in US, so Thanksgiving Day, sorry. So what used to happen on that day? Every portal will give an offers like Amazon. So Amazon also will give the huge offers on their portal. If they're selling 10 products on that day, it will happen maybe 1 lakh products they sell. So what this means to an IT engineer or IT department within Amazon.com? They need to make sure they can withstand the traffic. It hurts. Okay, they can withstand the traffic which is coming unknown. So no one knows how much traffic is coming on Thanksgiving Day on their portals, right? I cannot imagine ideally. So they will over provision for that day. Like if they need 10 servers, they might put 20 servers. So that day sales is done. They achieved good results. That day is done. So what will happen from next day onwards? What will happen the remaining 360 days or 340 days or 300 days? Maybe a few other days or remaining other sales, but what will happen to other 300 days? The over provisioned servers are underutilized, maybe not even used. So yeah, we are doing the good with online sales. but we are wasting huge resources for around 300 days of a year. So can we do something with it? Can we rent all this online? Yeah? Yes. From that statement, they started off investing the money in how we can rent this online. They started a very good service, and they started with S3 in 2003, 2006. And that's a simple storage service. You can just upload and download. Still, that service is a heavily used in Amazon. Even for personal use, many people will use it because it gives the 11 nines durability. That means if you store some data on it, it's almost impossible to lose data. Multiple copies, multiple redundancy. That's the kind of availability, that durability that they are giving on S3. So due to their own challenge, they came into this. Okay, let's leave it now. So this is how they came in. So when we say, okay, let's talk about global infrastructure. So before we go it, so how do we know why we are learning AWS and how it is becoming, everyone says AWS, 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 and it's a leader. So who says AWS is a leader? So either me or you. So there will be some Gartner Magic Coordinate. Yes, this should be fine for us. Magic Partner, AWS 2017. And let's take reports. Okay, can see here, I believe. Okay. There is a third-party vendor who, that's the name is product name. I mean, vendor name is Gartner. They will do the every year, twice or thrice, do the research on the public cloud providers and name those guys who are the topmost leaders on it. Okay, in infrastructure as a service, AWS is named as a leader since almost the fifth consequent year. Okay, this is available publicly. If you type in a Gartner AWS report, so it's always AWS was a leader because the flexibility that AWS is giving to the customer is awesome. You know, I mean, I'm working since almost 5 years, man. It's really awesome. People who are already working in IT industry, they just love it. I mean, the freshers may not know the benefits of it because they haven't faced the real stuff period. I mean, in their experience. So, but the people who already work in IT, but working in servers, data centers, applications, middleware layer, database, they just love Amazon Web Services. Because I'll show you that. I mean, few examples I will show you on that. So this will happen every year. I mean, twice also. So they just give the rating and compare with all cloud vendors. If it is in the leaders, then they are in top positions. So Amazon was always top since last 4 or 5 years. Okay. It's always top. Okay. So that's why, I mean, not only me or somebody is saying, it's for the global report that's published. So everyone go for it. Look at these results. Okay, so this is about Amazon. So when we are saying a global leader, okay, they should be having some infrastructure, right? So we don't manage, but they will manage their own infrastructure. So where they have their infrastructure, where they have their infrastructure. Okay, this is a old one. Let's me go on, and I think I already opened this. Yeah. See here, this is the global infrastructure of Amazon across the globe. This means infrastructure means they have their own infrastructure, network connectivity, fiber optics connectivity, satellite, everything is managed within these locations. In AWS terminology, okay, these locations, the orange and the green is upcoming, guys. Green is upcoming locations. In AWS terminology, these circles are called regions. Region, you have to remember it. That's it. You have a 16 active regions at this moment. So we always refer now onwards as a regions. Region is nothing but where they have an infrastructure like data. In normal terminology, if you compare with it, data center facilities, because it's not a single data center. Each circle contains multiple data center capabilities. So we cannot say it's a data center facilities. So we can say these circles are called regions. Regions are nothing but their hardware data center, data center facilities. Okay, that's what is the region. So they have across the globe 16 regions. See, these orange circles are current, and the greens are new regions coming soon. So they have around 6 upcoming. Okay. 6 upcoming. So what this numbers indicates within that? So we have a region, it is fine, but what is this number indicates? Those are called availability zones. So what this means is each region will have a minimum of 2 data center facilities, distance minimum of around 70 kilometers or something. They don't disclose the number, so I'm just roughly saying that, but they will manage minimum of some distance. Okay, with minimum of distance and low latency connectivity between that availability zones. Let's take an example. Okay, in India we have a one availability zone and the one region with 2 availability zones, right? Okay, 2 availability zones are in India. Where we have the region in India, we have in Mumbai. Okay, in India we have in Mumbai. So in Mumbai, the 2 indicates multiple availability zones. 2 indicates multiple 2 availability zones. So as I said, they will always maintain 2 data center facilities. So 2 data center facilities. Let's imagine that if they are managing one in Mumbai and the second one will be Navi Mumbai. So why they have to manage like that? Very simple, right? If they have any power disruption, any bombing happens, something natural calamities, something floods, so something happened to that area and it been affected, okay? Then you have a capability to launch your servers in the another availability zone without affecting your application. So every region must contain 2 availability zones. So any region that you see here in Mumbai, we have a region and we have 2 availability zones. In Australia, we have 3. In London, we have 2. Ireland, we have 3. Okay, this is the entire world map, guys. Okay, so this is the global infrastructure of AWS. Okay, so we also have one more thing here. As part of the global infrastructure, they also have an edge locations. Edge locations are nothing but content delivery network. Don't worry at this moment. You just remember that they have a presence of, just remember, that's it. See, these are all the edge locations. They have around 106 edge locations at this moment currently. They're all connected with, again, AWS primary database. These are circles. These blue ones, see here, all are there. Okay, around 106 they have it. These, if people who are only working, we can easily understand this. That's what they use for the content delivery network, CDNs. Okay, the CloudFront from the AWS. That's a service from there. Okay? Just leave it. So what we need to remember at this moment is we have regions across globe around 16 where they have a data center facilities, and they have an edge locations across the globe around 106 that they use for the content delivery. Just blindly remember. If you don't understand, it's fine. So once we cover the individual service, you can easily understand this. Okay. This is about the global infrastructure. So what we will do is, let's look at that. So it is fine. So do we know what is the real benefits that we will get with AWS? Not we. So we will get a job, that's it. But what exactly our organizations will get? Some of the benefits that I listed here, guys, just a few of them. Okay. It's zero capex. So as we discussed earlier, if you want to start an organization, so ideally what will happen, the management panel will reserve some amount for the IT. IT means maybe we need to build a data center or server room, and we need to buy 10 servers for testing, 1 or 2 servers, like that. We just plan it. So, but nowadays, you don't need to worry about capital. That's amount, we call it as a capital expenditure. It's a finance term, guys. So if you're reserving some amount, that's a capital expenditure. So no need to worry about that. So no need to commit with multiple vendors, like agreeing with what is that, power vendors like generators, and agreeing with AC vendors and internet service providers, at least 2 sources from internet, 2 vendors to fail over, and the 2 power sources. One is from Nagarjuna Sagar, and one is from what is that, Dharmagudim or something. Yeah. So they'll get 2 power sources, 2 different sources. So we need to worry about all these when you are planning a data centers, but we no need to worry about these now. So pay-per-use procurement. It's like monthly bill. So monthly current bill or phone bill, you use it, and at the end of the month you can pay it. And security. In last few years, guys, security was improved a lot in AWS. A lot, I can say. Earlier, the health organizations scared to use AWS, but they also came into AWS. They are vastly using AWS now because it is a HIPAA compliant. HIPAA compliant means if you want to manage, if you are in a health organization, to make sure that health data is not stolen, they have to follow some compliance that is designed by global organizations. So that's one of it is HIPAA compliance. So AWS is certified HIPAA. So you can put your health details in it. Like their banking also they are doing nowadays. But health organization, they believed and they are using it. Why? Actually, I'll tell you a few of the things. For the security, you have a granular level of access controls in AWS. We have an encryption mechanism. Either you can use AWS provided encryption keys, or you can get your own keys to encrypt the data at rest. That means once you store, the data is encrypted. In transit also we can encrypt by using SSL. So every service in AWS, it has a capability of encryption. So data never be lost. Okay, that kind of security. Never stolen. Even somebody steals, they have to decrypt it. And flexibility, very flexibility. I mean, so if you launch in a few servers, and you can terminate in next moment, and the bill is only charged for it. And you run this entire business, and you feel that, yeah, I'm done with this business. I'm not doing good, so I just want to terminate. You just come out from the AWS immediately within few hours. Yeah, just pay it, done. That's it. And you started a few servers with 10 gig, and I want 256 gig of servers. Go for it. Next 1 minute, you can have a 256 server available for you. The flexibility with AWS is awesome. Okay. And yeah, it's a global leader. We discussed it. And Gartner report says, yes, we are the leaders. And the best-in-class platform as a service offerings. What is that? As we discussed in the second slide about platform as a service, yes, Amazon has a huge variety of platform as a service like IaaS, Apache, Tomcat, and Docker. Container directly available on Windows machine or Linux machine, that you just choose it. That's it. That software is installed and ready to use. Some people use for testing the Docker. It's already ready available, so you just import and run it. That's it. So the last one, APIs. What is an API? Yeah, so every service that AWS provides is capable of providing an SDKs. So you can manage the entire cloud with programming as well. Nowadays, AWS is mandate. Why? Because every engineer in IT has to learn this. Why? Because even it is for the system side, developers, artificial intelligence, big data, everything. Nowadays, it's a mandate. So it's a ready-made product is available for you guys. You don't need to spend much time on it. If you want to implement an artificial intelligence, you have everything ready. If you want to buy a 256 GB of server, it is ready for you. If you want to build a Oracle server, it's ready in few minutes. If you want big data, it's ready in few minutes. You will see that. So nowadays, that's the reason every organization is going for cloud. Either they will choose AWS or Azure, and Google is very low, but nowadays picking up with containers. But so most of the organizations will go for AWS, and the AWS has a 44% of market share in IT industry. Like, it's a big chunk. It's the highest market share that AWS has. The remaining all have some few percent of it. Okay, that's a recent announcement has been made in November last week in reInvent that's happened in Las Vegas. Okay, so that's the reason why people are going for AWS. So it's not only for systems. I mean, it's even for developers, artificial intelligence, big data, data analytics. Everyone has to learn it. That's it. IoT, you name it, you will have it. Okay. So, however, let's log into the console and see what kind of services that they provided. Let's look at that. See here. Let's click on it. Okay, this is a console. Once you have logged into the AWS, this is a console. You will see it. Okay, so see here how many options that we have, how many services that they provide. So under compute, we have an EC2, something like that, Lambda, Batch, Elastic, Beanstalk. S3 under storage, we have a couple of options. Database, we have a couple of options. Migration service and management tools, media services, media convert. Love this. I mean, earlier we used to struggle to convert any media into different format. So now it's ready-made available for us. Machine learning. See, you have a voice recognition, image recognition. It's awesome. So You have directly integrate these things with your products. But of course, we don't cover this in this architect associate. Okay, analytics, data analytics that we have. So you have a security under security and compliance. See here how many options that we have. Cognitive, guard duty. This is the recent announcement in last week in November in reInvent. Okay, AWS single sign-on. This is a new announcement only 2 days back. It's announced on November 7th. Okay. Okay, these are the different services that we have. But do we need to learn all this? No, it's impossible. Even it will take a few years study on that. But why it is an architect? Why we need to learn only architect, right? Why AWS is providing only architect or developer associate? Yeah. So some of the things, even though if you don't know about any of it, there are some basic things that you need to know on AWS, even if you want to become a specialized after that, if you want to develop anything. So easy to system side, yes, we have to know it. Storage, few services, yes, you have to know it. RDS basic configuration of databases, yes, we need to know it. Some VPC configuration, how this communication will happen, what is the IP address that we will get, how we can divide the subnets, yes, you have to know it. So some management to how we can monitor this. So whatever you launch, there are few services here. How we know who logged in, who logged out, who created a resource, few services that we need to know. So architect course will cover some of the services which needs to be mandatory for the work on cloud. Okay, that's the reason. So don't worry by looking at this big screen. Oh man, I can't capable of learning all this. No need to. Okay, even I have 5 years, I don't know at least 50% of it, but I know what is it for what. Just I'll spend a few minutes on it. Workspace is for online remote desktops. I know it. Alexa for business. Yes, this is a voice recognition, so you can implement this for product. So that's what I know. But in depth, I know EC2, Lightsail, Elastic Beanstalk, CloudWatch, CloudTrail, config. So these things we must know it. So in cloud working, even somebody doing the machine learning, they need to know the CloudWatch and CloudTrail, because CloudTrail tells who did what and CloudWatch tells what is happening within that machine learning. Okay, that's the reason. There are some basic services you must know in CloudWatch. So that is about the AWS. Let's try to do a small lab on it. Okay, let's launch a small server. Let's go to the EC2. I said regions, right? If you see in right top corner here, it is London. So literally, I'm launching a server in London. Let's look at, see here, how much time. So don't worry about what options I choose right now, but let's look at the speed that we can get a server, okay? Launch a server, just see here, it's 10:44 now, right? So let's see, launch Linux machine, yeah, review and launch, I selected few settings, launch it. For instance, the launch process has been done. Some public IP now, copy it. Don't worry about what are the options that we choose. So I will try to put it that instant now. A new session, cancel the old one, paste the IP address here. So we need to use the keys for every instance. Okay, there. Cool. So how long it took? The time didn't even cross from 10:44 to 5 for launching and logging into it. So ideally it took seconds, less than 1 minute we can say. I launched the server and logged into the server, right? This is Amazon Linux. So what if you want to launch a database server? We can launch. So what if you want to do the storage? It's awesome, guys. Why? Because nowadays, what is happening in many organizations, this is where, I mean, if normally, if any process is taking 10 hours in infrastructure, with this, it will take less than an hour. Okay, that's this. Awesome. So let's go to the RDS service. It's for a database. Okay, so let's go here. If somebody asks database server, okay, you just click start now, and you have an option to choose which server you want. Oh, very good, boss. Well, let's use MySQL. Yeah, is it? Oh, dev one test production. Yeah, I want dev. So yeah, watch version within that. Which of the versions? So excellent. Select that. So I will leave it default. So don't worry about all these options, guys. So just give the name of it. DB 100. So you need to give the admin. So I didn't choose the instance model. Which type of VM do you need? Golive. So then, and I don't need to choose anything here. I believe database name EMP. That's it. It will work. Done. So you just launched a database server in a cloud. So it will take a couple of minutes because it has to launch an instance. On top of it, it has to launch a MySQL server on it. So ideally, it will take less than 5 minutes to get a database server. So how cool it is. Why I should not, as an organization, why I should not use these facilities instead of building our own server and launching it. So it's not only that, it can automatically take the backup with with incremental backups. That means you never lose the data more than 5 minutes. That's pre-configured. Okay, but there are other parameters you can set on this as well. But by default, if you launch a server, it's take the backup of it, the incremental backup of it, it's done. This fast you can do the work. So that is the main reason every organization is going for cloud. If somebody asks in a project, if some organization, third-party company, boss, I need to develop a .NET application. Here you go, sir. But tomorrow onwards, we can start running on it because the hardware, entire hardware is ready for us within few minutes. Is it? So for testing, yeah, if we can test in minutes, or we can launch a few servers for testing, test it and shut down, terminate it. Because it's pay as you go. Only you pay for a few dollars for that testing. So that's the reason every work in IT industry has becoming very, very fast and reduce time almost 10 times. In some of the organization, they reduce the time for the development almost 200 times due to this automation. Okay, so this is all possible with cloud. So now what I will do is I will open the floor for the questions if you have any. This is it for today, guys, on demo. So, and everyone, one more thing, everyone has to create their own AWS login. So I will tell you how we can do freely, because AWS is providing a free tier. Okay, free tier means for 1 year you can do the labs with the limited options. So for all the labs that we do, free tier is more than enough. So these are the details that we will get. So everyone has to create their own AWS account. If you already have, that should be fine. So it's 1 year is available, this free tier, so you can test and do the AWS labs on it. Okay, so it's fine, guys. So now, anyone have a questions? Fine, so shoot. You can type or talk. Anything will do.
Hi, Banu.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I just wanted, I'm sorry to interrupt. Well, I just have I want a little clarity on hybrid clouding. Can you please try to explain once again what hybrid clouding is all about?
Nothing, man. It's not a separate deployment. If an organization, let's imagine I'm something, I have my own organization, Banu Private Limited. Okay, if I am using AWS and also using for few services Azure, and also I have a private cloud. It's like more than one cloud if your organization using and they have a connectivity between them. That's it. That's hybrid cloud. Nothing else. It's not a separate. We physically have only two, public and private. But as an organization, if I'm using both and having a connectivity, not only both, multiple, we can say, like Azure and Google, if you use it and have a connectivity, then it is hybrid cloud. That's it.
Hi, Banu. This is Anil. Hello.
Yeah. Go on, Anil.
See, what is the use of AWS exactly? I mean, who people? I mean, who can learn, and what is the use? I mean, for example, I am working one of the organization. Okay. Okay. So I am working as a backup administrator.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using the tool name is IBM TSM.
Okay.
So in future, what is the use? Should I learn? Is it useful for me or not? I mean AWS.
100% useful. In TSM, did you
TSM is
see? Okay, in TSM. So
yes.
how long it will take to restore 1 year backup? If I ask you to restore, to boss, can you restore the database that I took a backup of maybe 2016 August 15? How long it will take? How long it will take?
I mean depends on data size.
Okay, 1 GB.
1 GB max. I mean 5 minutes. But based on network speed also.
So
For
do
example,
you have the tape drive available with you?
No.
So how you can restore 1 year back data within 5 minutes? Okay, simple. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I know. TSM. Okay. So in AWS, we can restore 5 years data backup also in minutes or max hours in single day. We have a service on the Glacier, so it's all disk-based backups. Even I believe TSM have a cloud integration nowadays.
Okay.
Most of the backup tools have a cloud integration now. That means they will use either S3 or Glacier. So you can check with TSM also. Maybe they have integrated with AWS 100%, I believe. If it is a famous tool, definitely it should have gone to this AWS Glacier. Somewhere you will find that option. Are you using the latest version, TSM?
Yes, 8.1.
So what is the latest version?
8.1.
Okay, sure. So you are on latest, then you should be having that option. I'm not sure, but I mean, as per the AWS, any famous ones have the integration with the AWS.
Okay.
So what is happening is every organization will go for the AWS in some form, no doubt of it. Because if you see the services that we have, you surprise it. I mean, for me, it's really, I love this AWS. So because the struggle that I faced since last, 10 to 15 years, after 5 years, of course, I'm working on it. So the time it takes to build a load balancer and high available application, in one day we can build it. So why what is the benefit for you, or what is the benefit for organization that you asked if you learn AWS?
I mean, benefit for organization, right?
Benefit organization we have seen, right? Almost 10. That's the reason they will go for it.
Okay.
Flexibility, security, pay-per-use, procurement, get rid. You have a load balancers, that backup, databases, Windows servers, storage, everything is available only at AWS itself. You don't need to talk to HP or someone for the SANs, and HP is for the Brocade, and like servers for someone, ISPs, no need to worry about all this. Multiple vendors concept is also gone.
Okay. Okay, no issue.
If I'm an AWS administrator, I should able to back up and restore. I should able to manage database. I should able to manage high availability application. I should able to manage the deployments. So I'm capable of doing all this. So multiple departments will be shortened into small. That will happen very soon. That's the reason. That's why we don't see the much requirement in IT industry now, right? If somebody asking something, do you know cloud? That's a minimum question. Earlier, asked more 10 years back, what we see, do you know VMware virtualization? Then they will ask the other things. Like that, nowadays, if you know the cloud, that's the minimum requirement. You understand, you should understand how entire IT is transforming into latest technology. It's mandatory, guys. You just go for any job openings in market. Do you see without a cloud or without saying DevOps? At least they have other things like database. I know, artificial intelligence and data analytics. Yes, they have it.
Okay.
Other than this big data and other than this, I don't see much job openings like server administrator I need, or only backup administrator I need, or only IAS administrator I need, without mentioning cloud. I don't see any jobs. That's what will happen coming. Huge migrations will happen till 2021. By the time 80% will be migrated to clouds. Huge migrations will happen in coming days. It's already happening.
Okay, thank you, Banu.
No problem, man. So any other questions?
Banu, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
This is Teja. Banu, I just wanted to know that, there are few guys who are in different fields, working in different technologies like in software testing and other fields. So what about those guys? If they take up this AWS, will it be helpful for them also?
Other guys means in testing?
Yes. Testing or in some other department like different IT departments.
No, we need to be specific for it. Testing.
Okay, I'll go with. I have a guy who is working on the tool McAfee. So
McAfee.
McAfee tool. So he just wanted to know how it is benefit for him or his organization by learning the AWS.
Okay, McAfee is an endpoint, comes under endpoint security. Okay, so even McAfee is providing software as a service. I'm sure about that. So even McAfee guys, what used to do is they will maintain a few servers. Ideally, if the McAfee guys are there, who is managing maybe 10,000 nodes for make sure they are installing in agents and make sure that is updated every day and make sure no virus is coming on it. So that's the ideal job of them. So what is to do is nowadays what's happening is, even a live example I will tell you. One of the organization is using Sophos, so equivalent to McAfee. That's also an antivirus tool. Okay, antivirus or malware, whatever it is. So they are going to cloud. What do you mean by cloud? Is it AWS? We are not sure what they are using, but they are going to software as a service. You don't need to manage any servers on it, but the server management will be offloaded to Sophos itself. They are providing, Sophos itself is providing a cloud management. They just name it as cloud. Yeah, it is cloud software as a service. But the user who already working, I'm not sure what level he is at this moment. If they are not, I'm good at configuring the nodes and in multiple locations, and from there they can download it. So those concepts will be gone in future. It's all cloud managed. I think whoever, if he is attending, he should be knowing it that even Sophos is providing the software as a service. So you don't need to manage clouds. Antivirus servers now. The grouping and pushing the policies, it's all will be software as a service console.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Rakesh here. Yeah, what kind of roles will be there in the AWS, like developer or architect or whatever it is, and how it is okay for me as I'm working as an Unix administrator.
Which one you are working on?
Unix administrator.
Sorry,
Unix admin. Unix admin.
Oh, Unix. Okay, got it. Yeah, either. This architect is fine. Because in my team, all are architect associate certified. They can do all jobs which are there in AWS. Yeah.
Okay. What is the difference between the DevOps guy and the architect here? They will be doing. Okay. I'm not much. I don't have much knowledge on the AWS, but I do see some roles like DevOps developer and AWS architect kind of roles in AWS, right? Mm-hmm. What is the difference, and who can opt for the DevOps guy, and who can opt for the architect kind of roles?
Okay, so if you want to understand what exactly DevOps, we need to know. DevOps is like, there is a few things. I know its market is confusing, especially training institute are confusing many people. Okay, some people has not giving the clear idea about this DevOps. So DevOps, mainly, it's like developers and operations people like servers, both should do a it's a combined work. One person can do both a little bit of development and operations work. That's what the basic definition of that. But however, DevOps for the system administrations is there, and the DevOps for the developers also is there. So, but if you attend the only DevOps course, they will cover you about how to make a packaging and infrastructure automation 3 tools and what is that? Deployment 3 tools and packaging few tools and the Docker, and all this will be covered in the DevOps course. But what exactly DevOps in who are into system side, like you should be able to automate the deployment process in the AWS. That's a DevOps. So in the AWS, if you see the certification path, DevOps is next level in AWS. Okay, next level in AWS DevOps. If you are talking about AWS DevOps, it's next level from the associate. Okay, but however, along with the AWS, we are also giving an idea about Chef, Docker, and Git. These are the tools are covered in a DevOps. So why it is covered in a DevOps? With Chef, we can automate the infrastructure, like installing an Apache on 10 machines. This task is a DevOps task. Okay, so and Docker is, launch a server. It's like instead of launching a server, just launch a container and bring up the application. It won't take more than a few seconds. That's in DevOps. And combining these three, use a Chef to launch container and get the code from the repository that is called Git. So if you combinedly use all tools and build a solution, so if you are capable of understanding all this, then you can call it as a DevOps engineer from the system side, guys. So is it clear or?
Yeah, bit clear because we need to know more about this. Okay, that's fine.
Cool. So anything else?
Bhanu, this is Sai.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. So there are a couple of associate level certifications like architect, solutions architect, developer, and SysOps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a system administrator right now. So what do you think is the first step for me to start in the certification? Is it a solution architect or a system SysOps?
How much experience that you have?
I've been a sysadmin for past 10 years.
So go for architect.
Solution architect.
Blind answer. So why it is an architect associate? Because then you can choose a path for solution architect professional as well. Because the people, I mean, in starting level, anything, I mean, except the developer guys. So who people are interested in developing, who knows the .NET, Java, Python, all these guys can go the developer course. But we are not covering it because I'm not a developer. So, and SysOps administrator and solution architect will suit for anyone who are into systems or freshers.
I mean, systems means, I mean, any administrator, I mean, like a backup administrator and storage administrator, I mean, like Unix.
Yes, anyone can learn these two very easily. But even though we say solution architect associate, but if you compare all these three, 60% of the course is same for all these three.
Okay, for example, if we have a 4 to 5 years of experience, which one we have to select? I mean,
anyone, I mean, if you have an experience, go for solution architect or SysOps for certification. Anything will do.
Anything, okay.
Only few difference, guys. Solution architect will tell you who, I mean, what we need to launch, whether we need to launch, I mean, if you have a multiple options in S3, so whether we have to use a storage class, which storage class we need to use. So a SysOps administrator will launch it. That's it. So, but actually, since our course is lab oriented, 90%, so we will do the both actually. So you no need to worry about SysOps or a solution architect.
Okay.
I tell you why, and I'll tell you how.
Okay, thanks, Bhanu.
Yeah, no problems. Okay, guys, any more questions? If not, we can wrap up the class. Did somebody type it? Who will recruit it? Who will recruit AWS developers? Yeah, good question. AWS developers means nowadays what's happening is you have most of the modules that earlier we used to develop from the scratch is ready-made available in AWS. Like message queuing directly available, you can just query it and push the nodes into it, push the messages into it. You have a notification service ready-made. You have a mail service ready-made available. So you have a database ready-made available. The connection strings, entire SDKs for each service are available for developers. Okay, so cloud aware applications, many applications, man. If you see this PDF converter, anyone says? Online converting tool. This is on AWS, we heard. Okay, so they use this completely. So once we upload this, they will store in S3 and have notifications on it. So it's cloud aware applications. So randomly based on the load, it will launch servers and terminate the servers once the work is done. Okay, so cloud aware application, yes, that's huge. People who know the infrastructure and they are the developer, they have a developing capabilities, they have a very, very, very bright future in coming days. Who are developers along with infrastructure. I think we rarely get those kind of people, those combinations, but yes, they will shine in future. Who will recruit solution architect? Every AWS, they will look for either architect or sysops. Any certification will recruit AWS engineers. They will call AWS engineers. Many organizations, boss, any organization will go for AWS and will recruit it. That's what will happen.
So I have a question. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
We're talking about AWS cloud. I mean, what is your comparison like to go outside for any form of job recruiting? What's a comparison between other clouds like Google also has? And,
we don't cover that, but we have a very good articles in YouTube. Just put that word, you will get a very good article on it.
Okay.
So somebody, Sai, you raised a question. You have a question?
Yeah, Bhanu. So with the AWS, do you think the overall jobs for the sysadmins has come down? Like in a company, usually with the private clouds, they used to have like, you know, a number of sysadmins, but with the AWS, that would come down to like a 1 or 2 per organization.
100%. Yeah.
So the overall jobs will come down for the sysadmins.
Yes, overall jobs come down, and also we will get more jobs in AWS or cloud, we can say. Why? I mean, everyone, they don't use a small server in their home and run the application for the accounting package. Everyone will use the Zoho. So no need to worry about maintaining their own server. For them, they don't need an administrator. But somebody, cloud software as a service, they will recruit the cloud people and they will manage that infrastructure. In that way, many applications are developed in cloud, so they will recruit out. And I think if you are working currently in organization, they should be talking about AWS, I believe, already, or they might have gone to the AWS already. Any yes?
Yeah, we have some applications, but it's like you can say we are hybrid cloud right now.
Oh, excellent. So what is the private cloud that you have?
We are going through DataPipe, and they are hosting our services in AWS. So I'm not managing anything on the cloud.
Okay. Yeah. Because in US, it's a huge challenge to get a cloud engineer at this moment. So it's a lack of resource. So they all go with consultants and they will recruit the cloud engineers from them.
That's right. They're going to consultants.
Hi, Banu, Damodar here.
Yeah.
Banu, I'm a middleware administrator. Because see, I mean, currently we also hosted some of our servers on cloud. But my tasks are specific to middleware administration, right? So because I'm not into cloud, so they have given me the box on where my middleware applications are hosted on cloud. So I'm going to administrate them by accessing that server on cloud. But how? I mean, what kind of difference I can see? administrating my task on cloud box or administrating my task on physical box. So because I understood that, see, I mean, now getting the server is very easy on cloud instead of making so many requests to the management, like I need a box like this with this kind of configuration, all these things. But my tasks are going to be similar.
Not, definitely not. I will tell you, because I worked for middleware almost 3 to 4 years. I will tell you the difference. Don't worry. So you tell me the few tasks that you do in a cloud.
That's
so
what I don't make it a difference right now. So
okay,
that's
okay. No, don't worry about cloud. So on normal middleware, are you managing IaaS or Apache or
it's WebSphere and Apache IHS.
Okay, so what kind of activities that you do in Apache?
We do WebSphere. We do deployments, and we'll be creating the instances for applications.
Instances for application means?
JVMs for applications.
VMs.
So where JVM.
Okay, yeah, okay. So in future, this is not a manual task. It's gone. We have a CI/CD pipeline in AWS. The deployment will be done with a single push. There is no manual push deployment will happen in coming futures. If you want to launch a new, Apache server, so what you will do? You do, or it's somebody else's job?
Sometimes I do it. We have other build team as well. They are going to do it themselves.
So
we do have some automated tools to deploy the applications.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So deployments is completely automated, guys. In future, definitely 100%. There is no job for us for doing the deployments. They will look at us, deployment. Don't worry. Yeah. In cloud, the flexibility not only launching a server. If you see there is a problem with the server, what you will do in real time, in Apache or whatever it is. So like something is not browsing, so you're unable to reach the external request to your Apache server. How you will track it? So who will manage the load balancer, and do we need to push it to another department, or if you want to have a more disk on your system, so do we need to go to somebody else? How it will happen?
Definitely there will be coordination among the teams.
Yes.
So because if it is not my side, so I have to reach out to the network people. If something is wrong on their side.
Now that solo thing will gone now. Okay. So if an AWS, I'll tell you, if an AWS administrator, you will launch an instance and you will be predefined, pre-configured middleware layer will be installed with, when I'm talking about, we have an AMIs that we can set up. Okay, that will be done. So even if you have a problem, you just terminate and launch new machines, because it won't cost you your time and it won't cost you money. Earlier, if you want to launch a new mission in your current environment, do you think it can be done in 5 or 10 minutes or between 2 hours?
No.
You need to coordinate at least a minimum of 2 teams for opening the firewall ports and getting the server launched from the build team, and make sure they install the Apache in a proper way. Minimum 2 to 3 teams. That's the reason. There is no jobs for the deployments, definitely, in future. Maybe if they still have old servers, that's fine, but you may have some jobs on it. But in future, no manual deployment, that time spending, raising a ticket, getting approval for 1 week. So what will happen for deployment? So do you will get a ticket from the OPCO?
Yes, they have to raise. Yeah, they have to raise a change order for that.
That's all will automated now. So they no need to wait for 1 week. If it is raised, auto approve, then push, done. It's a button. Yeah. We have a code deploy in AWS, code commit for the repository. So we have many options in AWS. You don't need to, either you can implement or not, but if you still you can follow the old method, but who knows the real cloud, they don't use the manual deployment. If they don't have the capabilities, yes, they will still use the raise a mail and get the approval, get the change, and get it approved from the man change board. And we are not sure when they will upload, so it will take 2 to 3 days. With these cloud and capabilities, we will do this within minutes or max hours, any new deployment. So what is the change if the 3 days time is reduced to 3 hours? What will happen to business? They just love it. Or not, see, the developer's time will be saved, the time wait for the save, and the time duration that you deliver your product to the opco will be saved. That's the reason cloud is becoming more popular. Everyone talking about automation. In future, of course, you might have deployments now, but in future, no. Definitely no. 100% no. No one will be there.
One more question.
Yeah.
You were talking about if the server is having issue, you can rebuild it in within a minute and you can use the server. So if you do like that, the server will be, the new build server will be in a similar state where it was having an issue, or to be a fresh new server, and we have to load it over from that one.
Okay, so in AWS, good question. So you'll have these questions definitely. In EC2, we have a concept of auto scaling. Okay, auto scaling means if an instance under a particular load balancer identified that there is an issue with current instance, it will terminate the instance, launch new instance with same configuration. So how it can do the same configuration? We have to automate that. We have a run, initial stage script which can install the software and put it back in the load balancer. That kind of capability that AWS have. If you have an IaaS server, Apache server had an issues, it's not responding, you no need to know, you not even know that new instance has been launched and install the software and copy the data into proper latest data into C drive or D drive or any www root where www HTML folder. You don't even know that. You just get an alert that server has been terminated if you configured so. That's what will happen in AWS. Any cloud nowadays, if you talk about cloud, these are the capabilities. If that cloud is not capable of doing, that's a waste cloud. They won't be becoming leaders. That's it. Okay, guys. So any more questions? It's been 1 hour 23 minutes. It's a long session that I ever had for the demo. Any more questions, guys? Still someone is there. Come on.
Banu, this is Kiran. I had one question. Yeah, you are saying about for AWS, we should have individual access, right?
Okay, yeah, correct.
Yeah, for in organization level, how it would be? It's the same one account will be used by all the users, or if you are saying that your team having a few members, so how they are going to be used? They're having individual.
Yeah, everyone will have an individual accounts. We have an identity and access management in AWS, so everyone will have their own. Within the once a root account has been created, we can create multiple accounts within that. This is the service that's called IAM, Identity and Access Management. So it's like Windows or Linux. So you'll create a user and give permissions on a specific service. Whether we can limit the access to only launching a server or having only storage access, only big data access, like that, we can have a granular level of controlling permissions on it. So you can create a number of users within that. See here, I have given some couple of users here. So with these user logins, the people will connect and do the job in organizations. Okay. Okay, guys, I think it's enough for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day and have a nice weekend. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Thanks for your
Bye.
time. Thank you.
Bye.